Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson of how to speak Bosnian. Today we will learn about comparatives in Bosnian language. Comparatives are adjectives used to express relative property. In English we have something like big versus bigger. In Bosnian, comparatives are formed by adding "yi" or "iji" to the end of a base word, and superlatives are formed by adding "nai" to the beginning of the base word. As you will see later, in some words we will add "she" to create comparatives. And it's good to keep in mind that when we compare, we use "then" or "odd" in Bosnian language, and we also have some exceptions. Take a look at one example that we have here of comparatives and actually superlatives with the creation of ji and adding as well ni or naj. So I used example of white. So to say white in Bosnian, you would say biel, or it depends whether it's masculine, feminine, or neuter. In this case, I'm using as it is masculine. So biel, white. To make it whiter, we would add the ji, so we would say bieli, bieli, bieli. And to create superlative, we would add nai to the beginning of the word, so it would be najbolji, najbolji, the whitest. Example, ova majica je bijela, ali ta je bijelja. Again, ova majica je bijela, ali ta je bijelja. This shirt is white, but that one is whiter. Example of a comparatives. Here I'm using old and young, older, younger, oldest, youngest. So let's take a look at this. Star, old, stariji, remember we added ji or iji at the end of it to make it older, and najstariji, the oldest. Mlad, young, mlađi, younger, najmlađi, the youngest. So why did mlad change into mlađi? Please take a look at the sound change, which will be at the end of this PowerPoint or the slides. So basically, what happens is that when you add J to the sound of D, then together they will create a new sound, which is just sound. Example here we have is moj najstariji brat je moj najbolji prijatelj. Moj najstariji brat je moj najbolji prijatelj. My oldest brother is my best friend. Here we have comparatives by adding she at the end of it and nai as to create a superlative. So, lijep, lijep is pretty. Ljepši, ljepši, prettier. And najljepši, najljepši is the prettiest. We also have easy on the right side. Lak, lak, easy. Lakše, lakše, easier. Najlakše, najlakše, the easiest. Example. Sve žene su lijepe, ali ona je najljepša. Sve žene su lijepe, ali ona je najljepša. All women are pretty, but she is the prettiest. Here are some exceptions that I mentioned earlier, and here is we're also going to use them in a sentence together with then when we compare. So the one exception would be good, another one is bad, and the last one I have is long, but obviously there are more than that. So to say good, we would say dobar, dobar. If something is better, we would say bolji, bolji, and the best would be najbolji, najbolji. Loš, bad, loš, bad. Gori, gori, worse. Najgori, Najgori, the worst. Dug, long. Duži, longer. Duži, longer. And najduži, najduži, the longest. Moj sin je dobar učenik, ali moja kćerka je bolja od njega. Moj sin je dobar učenik, ali moja kćerka je bolja od njega. My son is a good student, but my daughter is better than him. So here we have dobar, which is good, and then we have better, which is bolja. Okay, we're using bolja because it's referring to a daughter, and kćerka is a feminine noun, therefore we're adding that extra a at the end of bolja. And we had also to compare between the son and daughter, we used od, which is then. So yeah, that's one example of all of these kind of together. Don't forget the sound change. So when we're using comparatives, so keep in mind that some of these sounds will actually change. Like when we're adding, as I told you earlier, you add ji to make it comparative. For example, dug, duži. So why did dug change to duži? Is that because when we add J sound to G sound, it will create a new sound, which would be j sound. So as you can see here, these are all of the sound changes that happened. So for example, if you add J to T, then it will create a new sound, which would be ch. Or if you have D plus J will create D. Okay, so we have mlad, mlađi. Okay, that's why it's mlađi. For example, brz, brži. So Z plus J adds ž sound, brz, brzi. Okay, tih, tiši. So for example, you have tih, and when you add that J to make it quieter or more silent, then it creates new sound. So it becomes tiši. So today we learned about comparatives, how they are formed in Bosnian language. So we learned that we form them by adding ji or iji to the end of the word. So to create them, for example, good, better, and to create superlatives, we add nai or naj to the beginning of a word. In some words, like I said, we will add she to the end of the word to create comparatives. And also, it's good to keep in mind that when we compare something like good versus bad, we would use odd or then. And we also learn about exceptions. That would be all for today. Thank you for learning how to speak Bosnian with us. For more information, please go to our website learnbosnian.club to take a quiz and to test your knowledge. Until next time, ciao!